All right, welcome back. Got a little something from UrbanEDC Supply here. Let's get it open. You know what? Oh, you know what? That's never cut anything open. Let's not use that one. Let's show the little guy some love. The Ontario rat gets the honors today. Boom. Flew right through that packaging. So, let's see what we got here. Another UrbanEDC F5.5. I gotta admit that these things, they bring out these variants once in a while and I get immediate FOMO. They're just really cool. And this one in particular, I thought it was done after two, but this one in particular, I saw it pop up and I was like, oh, that's not a bad price. This is a full titanium B-blast finished with their, and I have no idea how to pronounce this, like Seigaiha milled finish in M390. And it was only like 50 bucks more than the micarta one and the G10 one. I was just like, oh, God, I gotta get another one. Here we go. But it's a really cool design, and see if it shows as well in person as it did in the on the web page. Let's see what we got here. Always this nice little pouch from them. I forgot that they actually seal these knives in here, which is kind of interesting. I like it because it tells you whether or not the knife has been handled or not. And I feel like sometimes people send these knives back and they get resold, and yeah, you just never know. So this is kind of a nice little, I don't know if you would call it a feature, but it's a keep honest feature. Wow, that is really nice looking. That is really, really nice. So $2.99, they may still be available if you look right now. I'll double check before I post the video, but they do limited runs on these. The back spacer looks good. That is pretty damn sweet. Out of box every time with these things, and this is what I was looking for. I really wanted one with those nice grind lines like that. That is really sweet. So I think the three I have, and now I've said this before about things like Tactile and others, I think the three I have are enough, and then I end up buying more of them. But that is a sweetie right there. That is a nice looking knife. And pretty nice action out of the box, which I noticed with the other ones. They just, I don't remember which factory manufactures this one. If they used like QSP or someone like that, I have to go double check. But every one of them's been perfect. Dead center, perfect fit and finish, perfect action, perfect detent, good edge. It's a really nice edge on it. Let's take a look. Let's see if it's sharp. It's kind of funny. I go back and forth on my format on what I do on these unboxings. And I just unboxed the Devo Growler. And it's a little sharp in this, but the Devo Growler is insanely sharp. That is really good. So it's really good. Get this out of here. Yeah, that's a nice knife, man. Just really like the finishing on this one. I could just kind of look at this knife all day and fidget with it. That is a little sweetie. Probably my biggest criticism has been the feel in hand on some of the others. I think the titanium feels a little better, a little less. Like, granted, the pocket clip's always a little, leaves something to be desired. I don't know why they did it like this. Like, it doesn't take much investigation. Maybe this is just, I don't know what the reason is. It doesn't take much investigation to know that people are going to criticize this pocket clip. The screws are not recessed. This thing is sticking way too high up, and like, this is just a major shortcoming. Not a major, but like a distinctive shortcoming on this knife for me. It does go over the pocket well, so I'll give it that. It does its job pretty well, but it is a flaw in hand. And it's a shame because the knife is really nice in hand, aside from that little hot spot from the pocket clip. And you have a nice choke up point here that makes it even better. It's a really cool knife. You know, is it for a knife manufactured in China a little overpriced for a titanium? Yeah, but it's a limited run, and you know, M390, very premium materials. If it was a bigger manufacturer, you'd probably see it at like I don't know, with this finish on it, you probably see it around $225 or $199 or something. I think with like a plain tie finish, you'd probably see it, you know, around $169, $179 maybe for what it is. But it's, you know, there's a lot of knife here. It feels like it's over 4 ounces, I guess like 4.5 ounces or something like that. I'm gonna get this one wrong. 4.5, 5, I don't know. Oops, too soon, got too excited. Let's re-zero it real quick. Ounces, 4.5. That's really cool. Get a little close up going here. I just really like the border and the milled out. Gosh, is there something like in there, like just a really cool looking, unique finish for a knife. The blade's beautiful. It's M390, and you got like the, you know, the horizontal and the vertical grind lines, which I really love. That's like probably my favorite finish. I can go with like a stone washed up here too, but there's horizontal grind lines, but this is like up there with like my top 2 favorite finishes for like a blade, I think. I mean, within reason, right? There's always this guy messing with you. But this is really nice. Action's good. It's not quite drop shot, but it's damn close. The detent's perfect as always. That is just a sweetie. It just comes out of box so good. Now it's even breaking in a little more, it's just even better. I did have a criticism on these, on one of mine, my first time I used it, which is that, I assume this will be the same here. This right here protrudes just slightly when you're closing it. So if your finger's there, it can catch your finger a little bit. So that's like one criticism I have on the design. It's not a huge one because you kind of get used to it. And instead of putting your finger up here and getting bit, you quite simply put your finger just a tad bit lower and it'll miss you, no problem. It's a cool knife. A little more close-up action. This is just a looker. It really is. Got a little bit of paper there from the fallout. But man, that's nice. So look, I'm not going to go into super detailed review. Runs on bearings, like same thing basically as the other ones. Just I was like, is it worth $50 for the titanium finish versus the? And yeah, the answer is yes, and get both. That's my answer here. Is buy both knives. Where's my? A couple more of these somewhere around here. See if I can find them real quick. Oh, here they are. Oh, a couple more of these and just run them side by side just because they're such cool looking knives. I feel like it's impressive how diverse the look is on the other ones. Here's the blue micarta. And I don't remember if it's an acid wash finish. I think it's an acid wash. stone washed or something like that. It's really cool. Tumbled? I don't know. But that one's a really neat finish too. Really beautiful knife. And this just really shows you the diversity. Here's the last one I got, which is the black on black G10. And it's like the best G10 I think I've ever felt in hand. Like I really struggle to think of a G10 that wowed me more than this. Like it feels like carbon fiber. So I can get some focus here. It's very hard to focus on it. It's so black, this knife. But it is a really nice finish. And then this one's like, I don't know if it's a DLC coat or what, but it's got a little bit of, just a little bit, you can see it's not like black, there's just a little bit of light catching, like tumbling in there or something. The edges on these super good too. So yeah, they just do a really good job of putting this knife together. What can I say? Look at that trio, freaking awesome. I guess you could stack them like this. If you really had to take the perfect picture. You'd do something like that, I guess. Cool. You could flip them around and do a magic trick where the knife gets bigger because of perspective. See if I can hit the light a little differently on there for you so you can really see what's going on with these. There you go. That's pretty good. Right? It's a really nice set of finishes on these knives. Yeah, I'm a fan. They're definitely a lot more expensive than competitors like the Giant Mouse Ace Biblio and the Devo Growler, but they are a step up. Like if you're looking for this style knife, I think it's a better all-around knife than those. Is it justified on the price? Probably not. Like then it's not that much better, but it's really sweet. So yeah, good one. I think that's all for now. Please like, subscribe. Let me know if there's something missing here, something I didn't know. I can't remember the name of who manufactured it, so sorry about that. And I'm not going to even try and pronounce the guy's name that designs these and the Giant Mouse knives. So let's just leave that one out of this video because I can't pronounce it correctly. But these are really, really nice, and I'm glad to have bit the bullet and paid the extra $50 for this tie because it really is a stunning knife. I'm impressed. I was actually just really curious if the titanium's milled out at all. It actually looks like a titanium. So it looks like it's a titanium sort of scale on a steel liner, if I'm not mistaken. So that's interesting. It's not like full slab, if I'm seeing it right. Just a thing to note. You wouldn't want to be disappointed if you thought this was full. I could be wrong. I don't know. Again, I'm coming into this not researched here, but maybe it is full. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it catching the hardware. Obviously, you're going to catch the blade. It is a titanium pocket clip, so that's cool. Didn't shape it the way I like it, but did go with titanium. I think it's a tie backspacer. I can't tell if I'm just catching the magnet on there, or if the backspacer is just catching these the hardware in there. So yeah, tie backspacer. I think it might be tie all the way through, even though it's not necessarily one piece in there, from what I can see. Again, I'm just kind of looking at it through the camera here, but it may be titanium the whole way through, but it looks like it's like two pieces for some reason. So I don't know what the deal is, if it's, but it is nice and solid. Like there's no play there, that's for sure. So I don't think it's like hollow or something. Just looks like that's maybe the same design as the others. but like a titanium scale instead of like micarta in this case. So maybe they're tie liners, I don't know. I'd have to go do research on what this knife is. Sorry about that I don't have that info. But maybe I can try and put that in the description or something along those lines. Yeah, another great one from UrbanEDC, the F5.5 in tie. If they're still available and you like that design, grab it before they're gone. I think these have been out a couple times though in this design. I don't think it's like a one-time. They're limited, but I don't think they're like one-time release. I'm pretty sure I saw this reviewed like a while back. And there were a lot of comments on the website, so I assume this has been out a few times. They probably just don't make a whole lot of them each time they do them for some reason. I think those were still available when I last looked too, which if you like black knives, it is one of the deepest black, and just something really cool about this knife. I think I said in that video, if I had to pick between this one and this one, that even though I really like both of them a lot, I'd probably go with the black on black. It's just a really nice finish on it. Yeah, just around the edges, it's just a little smoother and nicer. Almost like a carbon fiber, like I mentioned. So yeah, another really good one here. Thanks for stopping by. I probably need to do a carry on one of these and do like a full review and share my thoughts on the blade shape and just everything on a daily basis, what it's like having it in the pocket and stuff. So maybe one of these will find its way into that situation. I'm kind of thinking about my next phase of videos. I went through like this first 2 months and we drove over 100,000 views. So thank you for everyone that participated and liked and subscribed and became a contributor. I think of all of you as contributors in the channel. I have, by the way, been finding that a lot of people like to buy some of the knives I have on the channel. So I've sold a bunch of Demcos to people that I've met through the channel. So that's been fun. Yeah, I think just, a big part of this is I'm not a knife expert. I am just, I think for the first time, about to get one of my first free knives that's delivered to me from a manufacturer. We'll see if it happens or not. Everything else that you've seen here, I've bought to date as of December of 2022. So you're just really seeing a consumer perspective here. It may not be the average consumer because obviously I can buy a lot more knives, I think, than the average consumer. But I try and think about each one of these as if this was your one knife, or this is, one of your 10 knives, or whatever it is you're adding to your collection. And then of course, just give my opinion, like, do I love it, do I not? And bring my perspective, because it's definitely different. It's not as educated as a lot of people. It might be more educated than some, of course. And I think there have been a lot of viewers that appreciated the info I brought on things like the Demcos, where I do know quite a bit about them, not as much as some people, as I have gotten to learn from a lot of folks about these knives, but definitely more than many, just through the process of collecting a lot of them. And it's been fun. So we got a few more videos throughout the end of the year here, and I got to think about the next phase. What do I do with the channel? Do I keep doing stuff like this or shake it up a little bit? But it's been a lot of fun. So thanks for everyone's contributions and participation, and please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.